Good morning. Today we are going to start with historical jurisprudence. The main concept of historical jurist is what? They believe that law is born in custom, and they also believe that as is the society, so is the law. Law is made for the needs of society. Therefore, whatever the society is, how the society is, accordingly law will be there. Okay. Now the study of historical jurisprudence takes place in two different ways. One is what? They study with general principles governing the origin and development of law with the influence that affects the law. I'll repeat. They study in the first place with general principles governing the origin and development of law and with the influences that affect the law. And in the second place, they study with the origin and development of the legal conceptions and principles which are essential in their nature as to deserve a place in the philosophy of the law. Means, in short, in the first place, they are going to study the origin and development of law and the factors which affect it. And in the second place, they are going to study the origin and development of all the legal concepts and the principles which are underneath the law. Okay. Now, historical jurist or jurisprudence is a history of the principles and the concepts of the legal system. They will study the evolution, how the concepts have developed, how the institutes have developed. It deals with law as it appears in its various forms and at different stages of development. It holds fast the thread which binds together the modern and the primitive conception of law. Means how law was there previously and how law is today. Therefore, historical jurists bind these two different things in together in one blend. Okay, so we can get a clear picture, clear idea of what law is. Okay, now Professor Dias, what he states that historical school has emerged as a reaction against natural law theories, because what natural law thinkers thought that laws which are always same, laws will not change, they are unchangeable. But they fail to see that law has grown and developed from the past. Natural law philosophers believed in the ideal principles of law as revealed by reasoning and did not look to the history, traditions, customs and habits and religions as a true basis of law. Means historical jurists thought that the natural law thinkers are wrong when they say that principles are universal and they don't change. These people believe that no, law should change. Principles which are underneath the law, they are going to change because of certain factors. So the law has to change. Natural law philosophers believed in the ideal principles of law as revealed by reasoning power. But the historical jurists believe that no, we have to consider the customs and the habits and the traditions and the religion, because they are important factors which make the law. Okay. Now Montesquieu was the first person to follow the historical method. He made researches into different institutions of the society and came to a conclusion that laws are the creation of climate. What do you mean by that? As the climate changes, accordingly the law has to change. It is the creation of climate. As the climate is, law will be like that. Means as is the society, so is the law. Okay. Laws are the creation of climate, local situation, accident or imposture. Law should answer the needs of the time. Therefore, law changes as per the time changes. These are the views of Montesquieu. Okay. Now Savigny. Historical research was necessary for understanding and reform of the existing law. Means if you want to reformation of law is to be done, then you have to see the social aspects. Legislature should look before they leap into reform, because if they jump to do the reform without considering the society, that reform will not be followed. Law is a product of men Law is prehistoric in all societies. It has been found already established, like the language and the manners and the political organization. Law, language, custom, and government have no separate existence. One statement is there of Savigny that law grows with the growth and strengthens with the strength of the people, and finally dies away as a nation loses its nationality. Before independence, we Indians could not make laws for us because we were dependent, we were a colony. So, if the nationality comes to an end, the law also will come to an end because you will not have the powers to make the law. Therefore, law grows with the growth of the nation. Law strengthens with the strength of the people and the nation. And finally, it will die away as the nation loses its nationality. In the earlier stages, law develops spontaneously according to the principle of eternal necessity. Means because of necessity, we make the laws. After the society has reached a certain stage of civilization, the different sides of national activities are developing. They divide different branches and are taken up by the specialists and the jurists, linguists and scientists. And in the hands of these specialists and scientists, the law becomes richer. The law becomes richer in ideas, more complete and technical. Means when first the law was made, it may be in a rudimentary form. As we get civilized, as our society develops, so also law develops. This is the meaning of his statement. Okay, now if you summarize his theory or historical school, what it is: law is not made, law is found. Law is not universal, means just opposite to natural law. Law is not universal in its nature. Like language, it varies from people and time to time also. Custom not only precedes legislation, but it is superior to it. These are the view of Savigny. Okay, means customs are the first laws for the people. Therefore, customs are not only preceding legislation, but it is superior to it. And in this, he has brought a concept called as Volgist. That is theory of Volgist. What is Volgist? National spirit. Means when all the people, they come together, they decide some good things, decide some rules and regulations. Means this law is the best because it is made by the conscience of the people. Okay, law is not the result of an arbitrary act of the legislator, but developed as a response to the impersonal powers to be found in the people's national spirit or the genius of people. Means what is Volgist? It is a national spirit. Law develops as a matter of unconscious and organic growth. Therefore, we can see that what is the contribution of historical school? Historical development of law, and that is truth. Law has developed for ages together. Okay, and his main concept is what? Volgist. That is, the nation's legal system is greatly influenced by the people, their culture and the character of the people. Therefore, historical school or the jurist, or you can say Savigny, is called as sociologist before sociologist, because after this society and sociology, the concept, the study of sociology came into existence. The view that law is closely connected with the people and it slowly evolves contained the germs of future sociological theories. The main contribution of the school is what? They are giving the warning to the legislators that don't do hasty legislation. Look before you leap. Look the society, the need of the society, and then make the law. Okay, now this is the contribution, or you can call this as a merit of historical school. But what are the demerits of this school? He is giving importance, Savigny is giving importance to what? Volgist. That is the national spirit. Means laws are made by the national spirit. All the people, they come together, they decide, they think, and through their conscience law is made. But it is not true. Volgist is not the exclusive source of law, because sometimes an alien legal system is successfully transplanted in another country. Sometimes a single personality greatly influences a legal system who in no way can be said to be the representative of popular conscience. Like, take example India. English legal system was transplanted in India. So where the national conscience is then? So it is not of national conscience, it is made by the Britishers. Okay, and sometimes one person or a group of persons can influence the policies, can influence the legal system also. Like in India, Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhiji, his concept, his views, they are influencing all the aspects in the society. Okay, therefore Volgist is not the exclusive source. Sometimes an alien legal system can be transplanted, or sometimes a single personality can influence. Okay, now the other is, they say customs are important, customs are precedent than the legislation, not only precedent but they are superior to law and all. But sometimes customs are not always based on popular consciousness. Customs have been created for favoring the few, for their advantage, like slavery or sati and all, and dowry and all. These evils were created. These are the evil customs. Sometimes you can say that these were not evils when they were created, but afterwards man changed it and it became a evil. So when these customs are there, these customs cannot become a law, because those are evil. They are to be eradicated by the law. Customs not always based on popular consciousness. Many customs originated only for the convenience of the powerful minority. Got it? Means Volgist and customs. On these 2 points we can criticize the historical school. Okay, bye bye. See you in the next video.